How many beings are there that are simply not born? They wished to be born. They wished to have the chance that we have, being able to just sit here in this room having a conversation. Why can we do this? Because we have been gifted with the body. We have been gifted with the ability that we can develop throughout the lifetime when we grow up. What we have, this life that has been given to us, it's like a gift to cultivate. And automatically by thinking like this means you need to love this one. You need to like it. Because this is what carries you on this journey. Without this one, you can't do any of your dreams. You cannot fulfill any of your wishes. Because this is the one who starts to manifest it. This year is the one who can see the things, can feel the things.
Your past is important because it has brought you to where you are. But as important as your past is, as it relates to your present, it is not nearly as important as the way you see your future. You see, ladies and gentlemen, the way you see your future determines your thinking today. Your thinking today determines your performance today, and your performance today determines your future.
The reason you feel temptation for certain things and certain sins is very specific to what you're supposed to do. If you have the urge to smoke or damage your lungs, it's because your voice was meant to worship and be heard, and the enemy is trying to silence you. If you have crippling self-doubt and insecurity, it's because you are meant to lead and inspire. If you weren't dangerous to darkness, it wouldn't try to mute your confidence. If you have constant distraction or procrastination, it's because you carry strategy, vision, and ideas from heaven. The enemy delays you because he can't stop you, only you can. If you have an addiction to lust or pornography, it's because you carry a deep capacity for intimacy, covenant, and healing. Perverting love is how Satan prevents true restoration. If you have fear of rejection or abandonment, it's because you carry a spirit of belonging and reconciliation. You were made to gather the outcast, so he tries to make you feel like one.
But you know, the toughest thing is to love somebody who has done something mean to you, especially when that somebody has been yourself. Have you ever done anything mean to yourself? Well, it's very important to look inside yourself and find that loving part of you. That's the part that you must take good care of and never be mean to. Because that's the part of you that allows you to love your neighbor. And your neighbor is anyone you happen to be with at any time of your life. Respecting and loving your neighbor can give everybody a good feeling.
The single greatest skill that you can develop is being in a great mood in the absence of things to be in a great mood about. Most people don't question someone who's in a bad mood. Like, I'm just in a bad mood. So it's like, well, if you can be in a bad mood for no reason, it's like you might as well be in a good mood for no reason, because that one at least serves you.
Number one, I'm going to say to you that you are what you are and where you are because of what's gone into your mind. And that you can change what you are. You can change where you are by changing what goes into your mind. The second thing I'm going to stress so hard is that life is tough. You see, I don't care what you do, whether you're a student or whether you're the newest distributor, whether you're a gold direct, a diamond, a pearl, or whether you're a crown, life is tough. But I'm also going to stress the fact that when you are tough on yourself, that life is going to be infinitely easier on you. Because you absolutely must build the other individual before you are going to reap the rewards you're.
We ask audiences to identify the qualities of success. They generally come out with about 25 of them. And we identify them or ask them then to say to us, tell us which of these are attitudes and which are skills. Out of 25, 20 of them are always attitudes.
There is a reality that already exists for you, where you are an abundant person. You just have to become it. Think about it like this. How you think, how you act, and how you feel is your personality. And your personality creates your personal reality. So in order for you to create the personal reality of abundance, you're going to have to change your personality. You're going to have to start thinking differently, making a lot of different choices, and you're going to have to change the way you feel. So our job then is to go from thinking to doing to being, to learning it with your head, applying it with your hands, knowing it by heart, believing, behaving, and becoming.
Let me give you a little known fact today that will increase your effectiveness in anything you do. It applies to doing a job, making more money, playing golf, cooking, raising children, teaching, anything at all. Now, while this has long been known by the most successful people of the world, it seems to have escaped the great majority. Whatever it is that you would like to do better, act as though you're a top-flight expert at it. And if you continue to play this part long enough, you will become an expert. The secret is to get and hold fast in your mind the mental image of the person you would most like to be. Then in every situation you act and talk as you feel that person would. You make the kind of decisions you think that person would. This is the way to constantly grow into a better, more effective person. You immediately begin to act with more confidence, and confidence is the first step to accomplishment. Now, while this has long been known by the most successful people of the world, it seems to have escaped the great majority. The secret is to get and hold fast in your mind the mental image of the person you would most like to be. Then in every situation you act and talk as you feel that person would. You make the kind of decisions you think that person would. Day by day, you'll grow into the image you hold in your mind. If you doubt this, try it for 30 days and watch what happens. You've got nothing to lose. The time is going to pass anyway. Why not put it to work, becoming the person you most want to become?
It's unbelievable how little genuine encouragement many people need and how they had none. No one ever said to them and meant it. It's not okay for you to be a weak loser. It's not okay. And the reason it's not okay is because you could be way more than that. And it's a crime, an ethical crime, for you to allow all that necessary potential to go to waste. It hurts you, it hurts your family, it hurts the world. Really, really, it does. And people think, oh, okay, I get it. If you make yourself weak, life is very hard. If you make yourself weak and you suffer stupidly because of it, you will become bitter. And once you become bitter, you will become vengeful. And after vengeful, there is no limit. That's one of the things I learned from studying totalitarianism in the 20th century, because I studied it from the psychological perspective, the motivations of the cruelest Auschwitz guard. What was he up to? Or the person who went and shot up the elementary school in Connecticut. What was he up to exactly? Just exactly where did he dwell and why? It's like, well, weakness made him suffer stupidly, and that made him cruel, and that was just the beginning.
Worst of all fear is the fear of rejection. The fear of rejection starts in early childhood. As you know, an infant comes into the world with no fears at all, and the infant comes in needing an enormous amount of love, touching, approval, and unconditional acceptance from his or her parents. However, parents, in order to direct and control their children, use destructive criticism and conditional love in order to get them to do what they want them to do. Now, a child who grows up with conditional love, as we talked about earlier, a child who grows up with conditional love, that means the parents say, you better or else. If you don't, you're going to get. Or if the child makes a mistake and drops something, or comes home late, or breaks something, or gets a bad grade, the parents stop loving the child. Now, in their hearts, the parents may not stop loving the child, but the child perceives that the parents have stopped loving him or her because the parents turn cold. The parents punish the child. The parents send them to their bedroom.
Why? Imagine that you're resentful and bitter and you're aiming at the worst, and you open yourself up to revelation. How can I have my way? What spirit will respond to your prayer? Well, it's the principality of bitterness and resentment that will respond to your prayer. And I don't mean sort of or metaphorically. I mean, if you have bitterness and resentment, pride in your heart, it's the spirit of bitterness, resentment, and pride that will answer your prayers. You have to sacrifice your lower self to your higher self in order for you to proceed in a healthy manner, to be resilient, but also for you to participate in the covenant that would make for a united society.
So the best advice I can give anybody suffering from mental health or just going through a bad time is you have to really analyze your life. Because I guarantee you, most of the things that we're going through, someone else has already gone through. So what one person can do, another can do. And it's important that we believe that you are not alone in this journey. You're not the first person to go through what you're going through, whether it's death, illness, whatever you're dealing with, a learning disability, you're fat, you're bullied. You are not the first person to endure whatever you're going through. So what that means is this: you are just as tough as all the other people that have endured what you are enduring right now. So always stay in the fight.
I used to say, what if this happens? It's called the language of the poor. What if this happens? And on top of that, if this was to happen, look at the fix I'd be in. I better not try. I could always ace myself out. Then I'll tell you what changed my whole life when I finally discovered it's all risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. If you think trying is risky, wait till they hand you the bill for not trying. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the tab for not investing. See, it's all risky. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive. That's risky.
The pathway to what's most real is through the hardest things that you can do. Why did you go become a Navy SEAL? That's a ridiculous thing to do, right? They just torture you to death in the water. Why'd you do it?
Because I wanted to serve my country in the highest capacity possible.
So you believed that there was a highest capacity.
Yes.
Right? So that was an element of faith. How did that change you?
In a lot of ways.
Do you feel that you accomplished something real when you went through the Navy SEAL training program?
Absolutely.
Okay, why was it real?
Why was it real? It was the hardest thing that I've done.
Right. That's right. Yeah. Was it meaningful?
Absolutely.
Was it transformative?
Yes.
And it was the hardest thing you'd ever done. That's the pathway. The pathway to what's most real is through the hardest things that you can do.
Delayed gratification allows us to gain clarity about our goals and aspirations. It forces us to reflect on what truly matters and identify the steps needed to achieve those goals. It teaches us to control our impulses and make conscious choices that serve our long-term interests. By delaying instant gratification, we become masters of our desires rather than slaves to our impulses.
Discipline. If there is a magic word that stands out above all the rest, this is the one: discipline. Discipline is the bridge between thought and accomplishment, the bridge between inspiration and value achievement, the bridge between necessity and productivity.
You want to know where discipline comes from? It comes from telling yourself the truth about where you are, about what is going on in your life. You can lie to yourself and then you don't need discipline. You can tell yourself everything's okay and then you don't need discipline. You can lie to yourself and say that you're winning, and then you don't need discipline. But if you tell yourself the truth, if you tell yourself the truth that you know you could be better, you know you could do more, if you tell yourself the truth, you won't have to find discipline. Discipline will find you. It's a slow process. A little slip here, a little setback over there, a little wearing down of discipline and will over time. That's the thing. Success and failure are generally slow processes. Either slowly building things up or gradually tearing them down. And that's why I say you've got to pay attention. You have to watch. You have to watch every single second, because those seconds, they turn into minutes, and minutes turn into hours, and hours turn into days, and days turn into years. And in those precious seconds, you are either building or you are decaying. You are either gaining ground or you are losing ground in that second, and in every second. Every second counts. So make every second count.
So the challenge is, at some point, you're going to have to learn to be disciplined. You're going to have to learn, if you say you're going to wake up at 8 o'clock, you're going to get up at 8 o'clock, no matter how you feel. Like, you got to be disciplined. You are not where you want to be, not because you need any more gifts. You don't need nothing else. You need to discipline yourself. You need to learn to tell you no. You keep talking about everybody else you can't tell no. You can't tell you no. You can't tell you stop. You can't tell you quit. You can't tell you nothing. You got to get to a point where you're disciplined. And what separates the talented, if everybody's talented, if everybody's equally gifted, what separates us is discipline.
At the end of the day, I ask myself one question: can I take one more step? And usually the answer is yes. So if you can answer that question and not take another step, that is real failure. That is real quitting. So a lot of people can take one more step, but they choose not to. I don't know if you can take 2 steps. You got to answer that question after you take the first step. But I can always take one more step. So if I choose not to, that's on me. And I got to live with that. I now know that there is no cap on the human mind. There's no cap. We cap it ourselves. When most people quit, I had just started. And when you take that mindset and you learn to flip that around, that's what made me powerful. And my body followed.
And so I said, I want to do this. I'm going to give myself a challenge every single day until the fear goes away.
That's right.
And I feel like that's what more of us should be doing. I'm hearing that that's what how you live your life.
That's all it is, man.
And it helps me feel so much more confident. When you overcome that fear of saying this doesn't have control over me anymore,
that's right.
It's like you can be at so much more peace.
You got to find 5 reasons that will make it worth it for you. 5 reasons. What will make it worth it for you? Mine was, I want to take care of my mother. Mine was, I want to do something with my life. What will make it worth it for you? Mine is, I want to leave a legacy. Mine is, I refuse to die an unlived life. What will make it worth it for you? Repeat after me, please. You got to be hungry. Mr. Washington said, Mr. Brown, what do you want to do with your life? I said, sir, I want to become a disc jockey. Is that right? Yes, sir. Good. Mr. Brown, you got to be hungry. He said, I want you to listen to Paul Harvey. He's the world's greatest communicator. Always find a coach or mentor, someone that's doing what it is you want to do. Watch them. Listen to how he does the rest of the story. Listen to his voice. Mr. Brown, develop your mind and develop your communication skills, because once you open your mouth, young man, you tell the world who you are. And don't forget, Mr. Brown, you got to be hungry. Take the time to develop yourself. So I started training and working on myself. And then pretty soon I came to him. I said, sir, I've been working on myself. I've done the things that you told me to do. I listen to Earl Nightingale all the time and Zig, and I've been reading Dr. Norman Vincent Peale's book, and I'm ready. I practice every day 2 and 3 hours, sir. Is that right? Yes, sir. Very good, Mr. Brown. You got to be hungry. I said, why do you continue to say that? So people that are hungry are unstoppable, Mr. Brown. People that are hungry, no excuse is acceptable. Go out and face the music, young man. And don't forget, stay hungry and make know your vitamin.
One day, a simple idea emerged. The 4 ifs that make life worthwhile. 4 basic foundations that can shape a meaningful life. The first if is this: if you learn. Life becomes worthwhile when learning is constant. Learn what everything means. Learn what's happening. Learn by trying, by erring, by succeeding, by failing. Learn from the experience of others. There are endless ways to learn. Never let the quest for learning end, because learning enriches life. The second if that makes life worthwhile is if you try. Do something with what you learn. See if you can plant something and make it grow. See if you can build an idea and make it work. See if you can move up a level in your skills, your influence, your generosity. Try. Just try. Even children hear it constantly. Try it. And it's still true for adults. If a challenge is placed in front of you, test it. If you fall short, try again. Try it over. Try it different. Try it better. There is more than one way up a mountain. The point is to keep trying. The third if is if you stay. Staying power is a rare strength. Some begin in the spring and quit in the summer. Some lay foundations but never complete the structure. Many start, few finish. The real victory is in staying until the project is complete, until the goal is achieved, until the vision is real. Finishing something is a celebration all its own. Stay long enough to finish. And the fourth if is if you care. Human beings have an incredible capacity to care. If you care even a little, results will come. If you care deeply, results can be extraordinary. Caring adds value, depth, and purpose to every action. For simple ifs: learn, try, stay, and care. They sound simple, but they require deliberate effort. Preparation, note-taking, reading, and conscious reflection help you become ready, not only for speeches, but for tomorrow's conversations, next month's opportunities, and next year's challenges. Be a step ahead in thought, in understanding, in awareness.
A commitment plays heavily in everything. If you've made a commitment, when you hit the rough spots, not if, when you hit the rough spots, your immediate thought is, how can I solve the problem? If you've not made the commitment when you hit the rough spot, whether it's in marriage or education or career or whatever, your first thought is, man, how can I get out of this deal? And so that commitment plays a huge role.
Are you doing anything to learn? You watching a podcast or listening to one? Are you reading a book like once every 2 months? Any book? Do you have some sense of what you're interested in that you might learn about? Maybe you're interested in carpentry or plumbing or something hands-on. Doesn't matter. It's like pick something and educate yourself. Well, what does that mean? Know more about it, so you have a domain of expertise, so you're not a complete clunk, and develop the skills that are necessary. And if you don't know where to start, pick something that looks vaguely interesting and start that. Start exploring and seeing if anything catches your interest.
This is a fact. This isn't bullshit. This isn't whatever. It's a fact. You figure out and you zero in on what you want, and you get up every single day and you work toward that goal, I guarantee it's going to happen for you at some level. I don't believe it. It's a fact.
It is not about doing what you love. It's about doing whatever it takes. You guys can have anything you want. It's simple. The 2 Ds. Dream bigger, do more. Dream bigger, do more. Dream bigger, do more.
If something costs nothing, it's nothing worse. So that means if you receive everything for free, what do you do with it? You take it home and you throw it in the corner. There's no value that you are adding actually to what you have received. Now, in order to make your lifetime, I think it is mentally a really, really good practice already at the same time to be careful and cautious for what you are spending your hard-earned money. But when you are spending it for something, I hope you spend it for something that is important to you, is adding some type of value into your life. And if this takes place on the side of the receiver, you are appreciating what you get, and on the other side of the provider, you are really giving the quality out in order that the life and the value of the money that has been earned is also met. So I have no problem at all to say that this type of business is a good way. It's a win-win of both sides.
Money. It's great stuff, but does it make you happy? I read an interesting story in Forbes magazine about 3 young men, all in their middle to late 30s, who had formed a successful electronics firm and sold out to a much larger company for several millions of dollars, making each of the 3 quite rich. Each of them was asked by the Forbes reporter Has this wealth and the leisure, the opportunity to now do anything you want to do, made you happy? In each case, the answer was no. I know that sounds ridiculous to many, but it's true all the same. The proof that it is true is that each of the three young millionaires soon went right back to work to start all over again. One of them, in the style of Thomas Edison, sleeps in his lab on an air mattress so as to never be far away from his work. They all tried the life of leisure, and they all gave it up as an unhappy, unfulfilling, unrewarding, and boring form of existence. They found that they were happiest when they were working hardest to achieve the success and riches they finally.
Now, money is not the most important thing in life, but it is reasonably close to oxygen. Now, I got to tell you, in all honesty, I like what money buys. I like to live in a nice house, drive a nice car, and every one of those things costs money. But to tell you the truth, I love the things money won't buy. Money bought me a nice house, won't buy me a home. Money will buy you a companion, won't buy you a friend. Money will buy you a good time, won't buy you a peace of mind. Money will buy you a bed, won't buy you a good night's sleep. And here's something rather fascinating. The more of the things you have that money won't buy, those are the things that will enable you to get more of the things that money will buy.
Just be calm when things are going well. Be calm. Don't think you're on top of the world in the sense. You always got to be wary, because I've seen it. I've seen people come. I've seen people go. I've seen them come. I've seen them go. You got to be chill. You got to just take what's good in your life and move forward cautiously and carefully. And thank God that you have that, not to overextend yourself when you think you've got it. There's no such thing. Everybody's dispensable.
You tell that someone's a narcissist just by looking at them?
I've known many narcissists in my life, and I noticed over the years that there is a kind of a facial quality to narcissists. It's hard to verbalize because it's more for me a feeling. Their eyes are a kind of a giveaway. Narcissists often give the impression that they're interested in you, they like you, they're listening to you. But it's not the kind of attention where they're really interested in you. They're trying to get something from you. They're trying to get you to like them so that they can now use you. The way I say it is there's a kind of a deadness in their eyes. They're looking at you, they're listening to you, but you can see they're not really connecting. The wheels are spinning inside their brain about what they can do with the information you're giving them. I'm thinking of the people that I've known in my life and certain facial qualities, and there's this kind of smile that is slightly demonic where I can't really describe it, which is why I say some of it's hard to verbalize, but it doesn't feel like it's directed towards other people.
I tell young men, it's like, find something difficult to do. You need that. You're not built for comfort or pleasure. Like, if that comes along, good. You know, if you have a day where you're comfortable and there's some things around you that give pleasure, have some sense and enjoy it. But don't be thinking that's what your life is aimed at. That's contemptible. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. And if they orient themselves in that hedonistic direction, there's nothing in it but shame. No one is proud of themselves for using pornography. They might screech and bitch about their right to do it. You know, I can live whatever lifestyle I want. It's like, well, first of all, no, you can't. That doesn't work. It won't work for you because you can't sell yourself out, and it won't work for other people.